in return is that you focus, close all the tabs that guys, are you all ready to start? We're going to be starting in a bit. Okay, type in the chat how old you are and where you're from. We have Bulacan 25, Butuan 33, Abra 35, Caloocan 25, Davao 27. I'm from Davao. Proud Bisaya here. Hi, Baguio 33. Yes, Don. All right. Awesome. Taguig 22, Bukidnon 40. All right. Davao del Norte 26. All right. So we're going to be starting on time. So I know that you guys could have a lot of things to do ngayon and you chose to be here, which is why I'm going to be giving you guys as much value as possible. All right. So without further ado, let's get started. Let me know if you guys, okay, I'm going to be sharing my screen. Let me know if you guys can see it. Can you guys see my screen? Yes, no? Yes, all right, perfect. All right, so I'm going to be teaching you how to build your freelance empire without being an expert or chasing hours for dollars or working more hours in a day. Now, I want to know who among you here are aspiring freelancers. Type 1 in the chat if you're still aspiring, and type 2 in the chat if you are already experienced. Okay, we have a mix here of 1, okay, 2, a mixed bag, all right? Awesome. So I'm going to be very honest with you. You know, this is not for you if you are somebody who thinks that you know everything. Believe it or not, we have this thing called the freelancer's ego. I have seen it in myself and I have seen it in other people. So if you are someone who thinks that you know everything, then please close this tab right now, exit this boot camp, because I probably would not be able to help you. But if you are somebody who is willing to learn, then you are in the right place. And again, this is also not for you if currently you are happy as a freelancer and you're happy being someone who's doing all the work yourself. You know, whether you're a freelancer or an employee right now, if you are happy where you are, you know, with your boss or with a limited number of clients every month, then this is not for you. Feel free to enjoy the rest of your day and pop out of this bootcamp. Now, if you are somebody who knows that there is that next level and you want it, then you came to the right place. If you want to cater to more clients without doing more work, without getting burnt out, if you're ready to earn more as a freelancer or an aspiring freelancer or agency owner while having more free time, then you came to the right place. If you want to have more time for yourself and more time for your family, that's exactly what I'm going to be showing you right now. Okay. Now, my promise is that like I said, I will deliver as much value as possible. And I'm going to be doing that in the next 60 minutes or so. I will be sharing real life examples of how what you're going to learn is all application, you know, how the method works. It's not going to be theory, you know, it's not like school, it's all proof, it's all real life application. All I ask in return is that you focus, close all the tabs that are currently open so you can avoid distractions, turn your phones on silent, and be active in the chat. And if you would like, take notes as well. Is that clear, guys? Type clear in the chat if that's clear. All right. Now, for those of you who are newbies, This is Sarah Blakely. She is at one point the very first female billionaire who's self-made. And she said that you don't have to be intimidated by the things you don't know, because they can turn out to be your greatest strength and separate you from everyone else who's doing the same thing. So for all the newbies here, you don't have to be afraid. That can literally be your greatest asset. Okay. Now, for those of you who are experts, there is a reason why you came here. I read in the chat, there's somebody who's been freelancing here for years. And like what Tony Robbins says, if you do exactly what you've always done, you're going to get exactly what you've always gotten. And if you're not happy with what you've gotten in the past so far, then maybe it's time to try something new. Okay. So if you are ready to listen, type listen in the chat. All right, awesome. So for those of you who are going to be diligently listening, I'm going to be giving away something very exciting. I'm going to show you guys how to win some exciting prizes later on as we go further along. Now, before I dive into how to build your freelance empire, is it okay if I introduce a little bit of who I am first? I promise it won't be an MMK story. So if I have your permission, can you please type 0 in the chat if it's okay? All right. So my name is Angela Baisa, and I have helped a lot of ordinary 18 to 30 plus year old Filipinos become 6 to 7 figure agency owners in a year or less. And I was able to generate 7 million pesos in my agency in less than 2 years. I've also generated an additional 10 plus million pesos in online sales. I bought my very first condo at 21, and I was able to be independent of my parents early and support my mom in finishing her PhD, which is really an honor for me. I was able to give back to her. And I'm telling you guys that not to brag, but to show you that I did not start there. Right. At one point, I was this broke college kid who has been in network marketing and selling munchkins door to door. For those of you na nakaka-relate sa mga power natin dyan, type power in the chat. If you have also experienced rejection from your family and friends, if you've also been scene zoned a lot of times because you've invited the people that are close to you to a networking event. Now, I want to know who among you here have experienced selling anything at school, like whether that's doing your classmates' homework or selling food or selling paper. All right, we have a lot of hustlers in this room. Now, like I said, it wasn't really like that 2 years ago. I did not start like here because 2 or 3 years ago-ish, I actually became a college dropout and I worked in Saudi Arabia teaching Saudi kids English. And then I realized, I needed to do something more. And that's when I became a freelancer, right? To the freelancers here who have clients, type a 9 in the chat. Now, who among you here have experienced having 1 or 2 clients who ate up all of your time? Type 1 in the chat if that's you. All right, we have a lot of people who are suffering from the 1 client disorder. I'm just kidding. I was actually really grateful to have 1 client, although I worked for that client for free because I wanted to have experience. I wanted to have the expertise because I thought that's, the way to go. But what ended up happening was I could not get more clients who could pay me because this one client alone literally ate up 4 to 6 hours of my day, right? And it was really stressful. For those of you who have experienced getting burnt out, can you type burnout in the chat? All right. Yes, capital all caps burnout. I can feel the strength, I can feel the intensity in that emotion. Now, 2 or 3 years ago, like I said, I became a dropout, and it became a really big slap to my mom's face because she has been an OFW for 16 years. And she did that, as a single mom with 3 kids. She became an OFW so that she can support us, right? And me dropping out really hurt her. And she felt that she failed as a mother. And for me, that really hurt me because, even though I didn't have my dad when I was growing up, even though it was only my mom, I never really felt alone. I never felt like she wasn't there. So I was very blessed to have her as a mom, and I didn't want her to be worrying, which is why I really started this journey. And as you guys will see, this didn't just work for me. This also worked for some of the students that we've taught, just like Danielle, who actually wanted to become a freelancer in 2012, but she never got to land a client by then. Now, a few years later, literally more than 5 years later, she applies the things that we taught in our program, and she was able to land a 270,000 peso deal in one day. Who among you here would want to learn how she did that? Type 8 in the chat. All right. Now, this is what the typical freelancer's path to agency success is, right? This is why a lot of freelancers get burnt out. Who among you here can relate to this? Type 0 in the chat. You start out, you try to learn a service for a month or two, you land a client for hourly rate, whether that's $3, $5, $6 an hour, and then you learn more services for a few months to 1 to 2 years, and you pray to God that that would be enough to get you more clients and they would pay you more. And then you get overwhelmed, you get stressed, you get burnt out, and you lose your early clients. Who among you here have lost clients? Say, I know how painful that is. I've been there, I've done that. It really broke my heart when I lost my first client. And then most freelancers spend more years mastering services. And then when they finally get to 6 figures a month after 3 to 5 years, you think they would be happy, but they're not. Why? Because they're super stressed. They don't have time for themselves. They don't have time for their families. And then that's literally when they decide to become that's when they decide to become an agency owner by year 6 or year 7. So as you can see, it has been a roller coaster ride for a lot of freelancers, right? Now, my $1 million question to you is, what if you could skip worker mode and go straight to boss mode? Type the word boss if you want to learn how to do that. All right. Now, what if you can go from this whole roller coaster ride? What if you can shortcut this instead of having to go through this journey for 3 to 5 years to 10 years, where you're working 8+ hours a day for 1 to 2 clients, you can actually shortcut and become either a newbie or a struggling freelancer to an agency owner or an agency boss in 6 months to a year. Type 3 in the chat if you want to learn the 3 secrets that took me from newbie to agency owner in 6 months. All right. So like I told you guys, this didn't just work for me. It also worked for the people that we taught this to. This is Libni. She was a single mom and she has been freelancing for a year before she applied the things that we taught. And she was working 8+ hours a day for one client. So if you can imagine that, she's a single mom with 2 kids. And literally at the end of the month, all that would be left in her wallet is 500 to 1,000 pesos, right? So she didn't have the chance to travel. She did, like, literally, she would wake up and the kids are sleeping, and she would go to bed at night and the kids are still sleeping. For the moms here, for the freelance moms here, if you can relate to that, type the word relate. And it went to the point where Libni considered being an OFW in Canada, right? Because what she was earning and freelancing wasn't enough. Now, as somebody who, my mom was an OFW for 16 years, I didn't want her kids to go through that. And that's why I taught Libni the systems. She actually became one of our group coaching students. And literally in her 3rd month of being in our program, she was able to cross her first 6 figures, her first 6-figure month as an agency owner. And then today, as you can see, she's traveling, and she was able to travel to 4 new countries in about just 3 months. She traveled in Singapore, Australia, Thailand, and I think another place. She's gonna be flying again, and she's doing that all while receiving a 6-figure pay from one of her clients. If you want to have a 6-figure income while you're on a vacation, type the letter V in the chat. Now, for those of you who are breadwinners, this is actually Aaliyah, and she was a very young breadwinner for their family. After closing her first 2 clients, she was able to take her family to nice dinners, pay for simple things like dental bills, like the simple things in life that we worry about. So Aaliyah is literally full-on breadwinner now. And the best part is she doesn't have to sacrifice herself. She doesn't have to sacrifice the things that she wants, for her to be able to provide to her family. Now, for the freelancers here, let me know if you can relate to this. This is actually what's really happening to, I can say, 80% to 90% freelancers out there. Most freelancers are very limited in income. And why is that? It's because you get capped to working with 2 to 3 clients per month, and you do everything yourself, which is why you're bound to hit a ceiling, right? You're only human, and you only have 24 hours in a day. And if you're lucky, you spend 7 to 8 hours sleeping and taking care of yourself, brushing your teeth, taking a bath, eating, and then you only have a few hours in a day to work with a few clients. Anybody here who's ever been through this, type 2 in the chat if this is something that you're going through right now, if this is something that you have already gone through. It's super stressful. Now, the sad truth is most freelancers are also time-starved, right? Not only do they not earn enough from 1 to 2 or 3 clients, they also sacrifice the most important thing that they have, which is time. And this is why, they don't have time for their family, they don't have time for their friends, and they wonder kung free ba talaga sila when they became a freelancer, because that's not the reality that they're experiencing. A lot of them are working US hours and graveyard shifts. They're working overtime with time trackers. For those of you who are working with time trackers, can you type 2 in the chat? I really, for those of you who are working time trackers, I am so, I just want to salute you, because I know it's super stressful. I know it's not easy. Now, the reality is most freelancers and many freelancers actually work for agencies. Now, the question is, how much do these agencies make? Prepare to be blown away, guys, because these agencies actually make anywhere from 80,000 to 1.25 million per client per month. Did you guys know this? And the truth is, agencies make that much while you're the one getting stressed out. You're the one worrying about the deadlines. You're the one losing sleep as a freelancer. And that agency owner is most likely enjoying a 2-hour or 4-hour work week, just having fun, having a margarita by the beach with their family and with their friends. And this is, the sad reality. And agencies usually pay freelancers anywhere from 10K to 50K a month. So for the freelancers here, can you guys disclose how much you get paid per month in your agency or by your client? Okay, $1,000, 20K, 400, 6 figures. Wow, nice. That's nice. $15 an hour, 50K. All right, guys, thank you for being honest. All right, we have another 50, $13. Okay. Now, what if instead of being the worker, you became the agency owner instead? What if instead of being so stressed out, having to stick to a time tracker, working graveyard, you can make more money and work less hours? Now, do you guys want to know how this works? Type Y in the chat. Okay, we have, all right. Now, this is basically how it works. It's very simple. All you need to do as an agency owner is pretty much pretend like you're a king or you're a queen, right? So you get a client and that client pays you anywhere from 50K to 80K a month or even more than that. And you pay a freelancer who has the experience to do the work for you. So let's say a client pays you 80K and you pay a freelancer 30K. How much is your take home? Your take home is 50K a month. And you know what the best part is? The best part is you didn't even have to do the work yourself because you hired somebody else to do that. So if this is clear, can you guys type clear in the chat? If this is not clear, please type N and I will repeat it for you because you're special. And I want everyone to be able to get this. Again, if it's clear, please don't pretend that you know everything. It's 100% okay. Okay, so N, I see one N here. Again, all you need to do is to get a client, and then when you have a client, you delegate the work to somebody else who can do the work for you, right? And I'm going to explain this in more detail later on. Okay, so I want to really make this simple for you guys. Who among you here has ever tried copying from the smartest kid in the class when there's a quiz or when there's an exam? Sino yung mga naka-codigs na, yung mga nakakopya na? Okay, a lot of people. Yes, me too. Now, if you have never, ever copied from the smartest kid in class, please leave this chat. Please leave this room because we cannot be friends. If we're classmates and you don't let me copy, we cannot be friends. So it's literally just that same principle, right? It's like you get a client and then you hire the smartest kid in class. You hire your valedictorian to do the work for you. Okay. Now, the perks of being an agency owner, as you guys probably already know, is number one, you get to have unlimited income. And this is because you're not tied to just one client. You're not tied to doing all the work yourself. And you can get as many clients as your team can handle. And you are not bound to just 2 to 3 clients a month because you're not the one doing the work, which frees up your time. Okay, this is where you don't have to stick to time trackers anymore. This is where you don't have to really stay up all night to meet the deadlines. You don't have to be super stressed anymore because you will not have to do the work yourself. And if you are a newbie, this is why you can start as a newbie, okay? You do not need to study a skill for years because as an agency owner, you don't have to be the expert. Now, the question is, how do you transition from being a freelancer to being an agency owner? If you're ready to learn the 3 secrets, type ready in the chat. All right, very active people. Thank you so much. Now, secret number 1 is how to charge clients more money without being an expert in your service. Now, if you are a newbie, if you don't have a special skill or an expertise, if you are new to the online world, this is how you do it, okay? The main problem with so many freelancers is, I want you guys to tell me, which side of the ESBI quadrant do freelancers belong? Do they belong on the left side or the right side? They belong on the left side. Freelancers belong on the left side because they trade hours for dollars. And when you trade time for money, you really don't have leverage. Paano kung magkasakit ka? Who will do your work for you? What if an emergency happens and you can't do the work for the client? Who's going to do the work for you? Right? Especially if you're paid hourly, if you're stuck to time trackers, who's going to earn for you? Who's going to do the work for you? Nobody, right? This is because you are trading your time for money. Now, if you are an agency owner, you belong in the right side of the quadrant, which means you actually don't have to be the one to do the work, okay? This is where business owners are. This is where investors are. So is this clear so far? Type 2 in the chat if this is clear. All right. Now, the problem is, like I said, freelancers want to do the work themselves. And that's why they get stuck in the left side of the quadrant, in the employee or self-employed side of the quadrant. And if you want to scale, if you want to have 3 clients, 5 clients, 10 clients per month, you really need to have a mindset that is not an employee mindset. Your mindset needs to shift from worker mode to owner mode. Okay, can you guys type owner mode in the chat? Now, who among you here are wondering, how do you do that with integrity? Okay, like what do you say to the freelancer? What do you say to the client? If you have those questions, let me know in the chat. This is how you do it with integrity, okay? I want you guys to listen very carefully. As an agency owner, the main focus that you should have is to close clients. That's it. Why? Because you need to work on the business, not in the business. And again, this is how you do it with integrity. Step 1, you decide on a recurring service that you want to offer. So can you guys tell me a recurring service example? If you don't know what recurring services are, a recurring service is basically something that can give you income month after month because a business needs it every month. So for example, recurring expenses, it could be, your Globe postpaid subscription or your PLDT Wi-Fi or Meralco or, like Davao Light. I don't know ano yung Davao Light version sa Cebu or sa Visayas. Yes, exactly. Ads, editing. Okay, what else, guys? Recurring services. We have virtual assistants, lead gen, exactly. Social media. Basically, things that businesses need every month, like bookkeeping, Now, the next thing is you need to look for freelancers who are great at that service. So again, this is like being group mates with the smartest kid in class, right? Can you guys just imagine how confident were you when you were group mates with the smartest kid in class, how confident were you that your grades were going to be high? And you're probably super confident, right? You don't have to do a lot of things because somebody will do the work for you. It's the best thing to happen to you in high school or college when you have that one kid, napabibo kid, who wants to do everything, and you're just like, your life is so easy. Now, the step 3 is to only interview outstanding freelancers. Okay. And this is because you want to offer the best people to the clients that you're going to be closing. And lastly, you feature their work in your portfolio. And you do that by asking them to be a part of your agency. Now, who among you here are wondering, bakit sila papayag? Why would they say yes to that? What's in it for them? Why would a freelancer who has more experience than me say yes to featuring their work in my portfolio? I'm going to tell you guys why in a minute. But like I said, the first thing you do is you need to focus on closing clients. So how do you do that? I'm going to be showing you how. But first, this is how you look for freelancers. All you need to do is literally you just post on freelancer groups on Facebook, or you look for them on Upwork, you look for them on other online job sites, and you just say you're looking for either a VA or whatever recurring service you decide to offer, right? So this is how you look for freelancers. And as you can see, this one post over here that says looking for VA, it got 209 comments. Now, this is how you create an expert's portfolio without being an expert. You look for really good freelancers to do the work for you, and you get their consent to feature their work in your agency portfolio. Is this step clear? Give me a clear in the chat if this is clear. All right. Now, this is how you get them on a call, right? So among the people who will apply to your job post, all you need to do is to get the best freelancers on a call. It's like, getting the top 10 students in your class to be your Avengers, to do the work for you, to be your team members, right? And when you're in the call, you ask them if they can feature their work. If you can feature their work in your portfolio so that you can get them clients who are a fit for them. Now, this is the most important part. Guys, we are not thieves. I think it's in the commandments, like it's in the 10 commandments, thou shalt not steal. Let me know if I'm right or if I'm wrong. My brain is a little hazy. Only add these freelancers' work in your portfolio if they say yes, if they give their consent, okay? Now, this is how you're helping them. Who among you here wants to know, why would a freelancer say yes to that? Why would a freelancer say yes to featuring their work in my portfolio? If I don't have a lot of clients, if I don't have a lot of experience, who among you here is asking that question? Now, what is in it for them, right? The question is, what's in it for them? I want you guys to tell me, what's the number one struggle of most freelancers? Clients, looking for clients, getting a clients, not getting clients, client sourcing, getting clients, looking for clients, closing clients. Exactly. And as an agency owner, tell me what your role is. Your role is to, gets gonna, yes. Your role is to close clients, right? Exactly. So, okay, tell me, if, for example, you have a friend and your friend is broke, right? Your friend is a freelancer who's having a hard time closing clients. And your friend has a family. What if you tell your friend, I'm going to be giving you 2 to 3 clients. I'm going to be giving you clients so you can have regular work and you can have a stable income. In exchange, all I want is to feature your work in my portfolio so that I can get you a client who likes your work and is a fit to work with you in my agency. If you're the friend and you have somebody who's going to give you clients every month, who's going to be able to help you have food on the table, how would you feel? That is how you are helping them. Okay, you're literally giving them clients, you're saving them the stress, and of course they would be so happy to work with you. They would be so grateful because again, most freelancers find it hard to get clients, and by working with you, they are actually getting more clients without the stress, without the hassle, and they get paid regularly. Okay, now who among you here would want to see the portfolio that has allowed me to generate more than 1 million in 6 months and 5M in my first year as an agency owner? All right, I love the excitement here. So I'm going to be sharing with you my portfolio. All right, so I have it here. Give me 1 second. Right here. Okay. And by the way, if you wondered why, it takes so long for clients to respond to you, why you're getting ghosted, I'm about to reveal to you why. Okay. So this is my portfolio. And I know it looks like it's been done by somebody who's in kindergarten, a kid. And I'm going to be explaining to you why I was able to get clients after clients after clients. Literally, guys, having clients or closing clients was not a problem for me. There was a point where even my team members told me, Ange, can we stop getting clients? Can you please stop for now? Kasi wala na tayong freelancers. Naubusan na tayo ng freelancers and we don't have anyone available. This is how I got there. Okay, the first thing I did was share my story. And this is what you see here. And the reason I do this is because when clients shop for freelancers, it's like they're shopping for sibuyas in the market, right? And when you're shopping sa palengke, do you guys care about the brand of the sibuyas that you're about to take home? You do not care, right? And that's the same thing with clients looking for freelancers. They just look for the cheapest person. And this is how I connect with them so that they do not commoditize me, so that I stand out from everyone else who's just sending them CVs and portfolios and resumes that are super boring. Okay. Now, so I share with them my story, and then I also insert a bit of humor, a bit of personality, so that they feel a connection to me before we even hopped on a call. And as you can see, this is where I started featuring other freelancers' work. So everything that you see from here on out, I did not create myself. There's another more brilliant graphic designer, there's another more brilliant writer who created these things for me. And in return, I was able to give them multiple clients every month. So that is my portfolio. And then I invite them to hop on a call with me with this clickable link right here. So there is my portfolio. It's super simple, and it actually allowed me to close clients and get on discovery calls with no problem. Okay, so that is my portfolio, and that is how you build a portfolio even when you're not an expert. Okay, now the next thing is Who among you here wants to know how to stop getting lowballed by clients? Type a 7 in the chat if you want to know how to stop getting lowballed by clients. Before I tell you the how, I'm going to tell you the why. The reason that you're getting lowballed by clients is you're acting most of the time, you're acting as if you're in a job interview. Okay. And when you act like an employee, of course, you're going to be treated like an employee. So what you need to do is you need to reverse the situation. Okay. Instead of the client interviewing you, you need to be the one interviewing the client. Okay. Girls, it's the same thing. We do not chase guys. We do not chase men. When we chase men, what do men do? Guys, tell us what you do. You run away, right? And you go for girls who don't chase you. It's the same with clients. Literally, right? It's the same with clients. You do not get asked questions as if you're just another employee, okay? You will be the one to act as if you're a doctor and you're vetting your client. Because of that, you're going to be the one asking the questions. You're going to be the one who's in control. And now they're not interviewing you. You're interviewing them and seeing if they are a good fit. Okay. Is this clear? Guys, give me a clear in the chat if this is clear. All right. Now, how do you do that? You do that through the 7-figure close the client script, which I will tell you guys how to get at the end of this bootcamp. Now, if you apply this, even if you're not an expert, even if you've been like all you've known in your entire freelancing life are time trackers and hourly rates, you can have the chance to experience what Jill experienced, which she was able to close her very first $1,000 client. That's, I think, 55K in pesos, right? So that's the first client she closed. And now she's earning 6 figures a month, working 2 to 4 hours per day. If you are here, you know, if there is somebody here who is unemployed, don't worry. Jill has been unemployed for a long time. She actually got suspended and fired as well. So if that's you, don't worry, because somebody has already made it. Okay, somebody has already shown that it's possible. Now, what do we think of this bootcamp so far? Are you guys getting bored? How are you? How are your brain cells? Just a quick check-in, just let me know. Give me feedback in the chat. Okay, all good. All right. Now, who among you are ready for hack number 2? Type a 2 in the chat. Make it rain, make it rain, make it rain with a 2 in the chat if you're ready with secret number 2. All right, awesome. So secret number 2 is how you can triple your income without spending years sticking to a niche or mastering a gazillion skills. I want you guys to tell me who among you here has ever experienced this. Oh my God, I need to learn as many services as I can so that I can be more valuable to clients and then they can pay me more. I need to do everything. I need to do everything. I need to do everything. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of people who are guilty. Okay, right? I know you guys are super guilty and that's okay because I've been there too. What happens in the end? Type 1 if you can relate. You get overwhelmed, you get scared that a client is going to ask you to do something that you don't know how to do. And then all of a sudden you lose clients because you don't deliver quality work. It's very exhausting. It's very stressful, right? Instead of being excited to work with a client, you get scared because you're like, oh shit, what if this person asks me to do something and I have no idea how to do it? It now becomes a scary thing to get a client or to reach out to a client. Anyone here who's ever been there? All right, I see a few people. Now, this is basically what I want you guys to really take away. I want you to tell me who gets paid more? Okay, who gets paid more? A pediatrician or a heart surgeon? Type 1 if you think the pediatrician gets paid more. Type 2 if you think that the heart surgeon gets paid more. Okay, we have a few ones. 2. Guys, of course, a heart surgeon gets paid more. Why? Because it's your heart. If your heart stops beating, you're dead. Okay? If a child gets rashes, like that's just rashes, right? But if your heart stops beating, boom, you're gone. And that's why heart surgeons get paid more. There can be 1,000 pediatricians, but only 50 heart surgeons. And they get paid more because they specialize. So the solution is so that you don't get overwhelmed. So you don't have to keep mastering skills, a new skill every year. Just focus on one recurring service. Okay. Put it in your notes, put it on your Google Doc or wherever you're writing right now. Just focus on one recurring service and let your team do it. Now, for me personally, the service that I chose was social media management. Why? Because, can you guys tell me, if you choose a restaurant or if you choose your new clothes, your new shades, where do you go first? I chose social media management because clients need social media, and people will think that their business is dead if they're not on Instagram, if they're not on Facebook. And because I chose social media because it's so easy, right? Who among you here knows a 5-year-old or a 10-year-old or an 8-year-old who knows how to dance on TikTok? Who knows how to post on Facebook? Now, who among you here knows an 80-year-old, yung lola nyo, lolo nyo, who knows how to post on Facebook, who knows how to take a selfie, who knows how to leave a comment? We see a lot of them online, right? And that's why I chose social media, because literally anyone and their grandmothers can do it. Now, social media management is actually very simple. You can offer just one of these or all of these, and you would be good, right? So if you offer graphic design right now, you can actually get paid more by adding content writing into that and having somebody else do it, right? So for graphic design, you can have, you can create free stuff on Canva. For content or captions, you can literally just have ChatGPT or Copy AI do your captions in seconds. And literally everyone knows how to respond to comments online. And of course, if you're also a video editor, then you can have a short form content creation agency, and you can offer that as a service to clients. Now, again, this is how it works. I just need to remind you guys that as an agency owner, you will not be the one to do the work. This is how it works. A client is going to pay you a certain amount, and then you pay a part of that to a freelancer who is amazing at what they do. Again, if this is clear, can you guys type clear in the chat? Just want to make sure no one is getting lost. All right, awesome. Now, again, why did I choose social media management or marketing? It's because A, it's a recurring service that saves my clients time. Guys, the richest people in the world, the richest entrepreneurs, do not have time to dance on TikTok. They don't have time to keep posting on Instagram, right? And because they're able to save time, they can now make more money because I saved them 2 or 3 hours of work in their day. Okay? And that's why I chose social media management. Now, before I learned this, I was getting super stressed, getting overwhelmed, because the client that I told you guys about, literally every single day, he was asking me different questions. Like, Angela, can you edit our podcast? Angela, can you post hashtags on Instagram? Angela, can you edit our videos? Angela, can you edit Angela this, Angela that? And I was getting super stressed. Who among you here has ever experienced this? Right? And I thought I had to say yes every time. I thought that I had to say, oh yeah, I can do that, even though I couldn't, because, the client would think that I'm more valuable if I said yes, right? And because of that, I got burnt out. I got so exhausted. And literally, I know some of you guys can relate. Some of you, you're experiencing this right now. And again, I've been there. And I thought that the more I said I could do, the more valuable I was. But actually, that wasn't the case. Now, who among you here wants to know about my Pow Pow client winning strategy? Who among you here wants to know how I can easily get 2 to 3 to 4 clients in a month, no problem? All right. Guys, unlike a lot of freelance gurus, I actually will not tell you to spend 8+ hours a day prospecting or spend 3 hours a day looking for clients. My strategy is looking for clients who need you right now. How do you do that? All you need to do is literally go to these places. Go to upwork.com and search for your recurring service. So for me, that was social media management. And as you guys can see, in just one day, there are 12,300 people who are looking for a social media manager. Now, that's not all, because it's not just Upwork, there's LinkedIn, there's online jobs with thousands, sometimes even tens of thousands of people who are looking for a certain service every single day. Now, if you want to really look for more clients for free, then you can go to Facebook groups. And literally, as you can see, there's this girl named Victoria, and she says, hello, I'm looking for another social media manager position or a personal assistant position that I can do completely remotely from home. And as you guys can see, how many comments did she get? She got 60 freaking comments. 60 people who are saying, hey, I'm interested to work with you. This is how you get clients who need you right now. Okay. And because of this, as you guys can see, there are so many people every single day who are looking for somebody like you. And in my case, they're looking for a social media manager. And because I did this, I didn't have to bang my head on the wall choosing a niche. Who among you here got analysis paralysis because, a guru or somebody told you to just focus on one industry, to just focus on one niche? Who among you here got confused? Who among you here felt lost? They're telling you to choose an industry and you're not even an expert in any industry. You don't freaking know. There are so many options. You don't know which one to choose, right? It can get so paralyzing. And when you do this, you don't have to do that anymore, and you can still make a lot of money. And the next thing I didn't have to do is I didn't have to master a freelancing skill. Are you guys ready to see the result of this strategy? Can you guys type Y in the chat if you're ready to see the result of this strategy? Okay. All right, awesome. So remember Libni, guys? I want you to guess how much she was able to generate with her 5 clients. How much do you think Libni was able to make, to generate? 7 figures, 300K. Okay, keep your guesses coming. 500, 800K, 100K. More guesses. Come on, guys. More guesses. 500, 200K, 1 million, 250K. Okay, wala nang guess. 200K, 1M, 3M. Okay, nobody got it right. Okay, there's somebody who got it right. She generated 1.5 million with just 5 clients in 1 year. From 30K a month working 8+ hours a day to 1.5, 2 million pala with just 5 clients in a year. And this is the power of what you can achieve when you apply the things that I show you. Now, it's not just that. We have other people like Crystal who was able to generate $1,500 worth of deals. Another student who was able to generate 800 for her first client, and another student who got her third client for $400. Now, who among you here are ready for secret number 3, aka how to protect yourself? All right. Hack number 3 is my strategy to keep clients for months to years without getting lowballed or ghosted. Who among you here are sick of getting ghosted or sick of getting lowballed? Natotohanan tayo dito. Now, the reason why a lot of freelancers experience this is because they act as if they're friends with benefits with their clients, which is really sad, right? The mindset is, oh, I'm just going to get that client, no matter what, even if I'm not paid, even if I'm not sure if they're going to pay me, I'm just going to do everything for that client. I'm going to give them everything. I'm going to give value first. I'm going to worry about getting paid later. It's super makamartir na kind of way of thinking. And if you've been guilty, if you've thought like this too, don't worry. Like I've been here too. Who among you here ever thought this way, that you have to give a client everything first, work for the client first and worry about getting paid later? The problem with this, tell me guys, what's the problem with this? The problem with this is you risk getting ghosted. Now, I want you guys to tell me, who among you here has ever gotten ghosted where clients just left you, they didn't pay, and you don't know if when you have a client right now, you don't know how long you get to keep them as your client? Yes, welcome to the club, right? I've been there as well. Now, before one of my students learned this, I want you guys to play a guessing game with me. She was working for one of our clients. She created 60 days worth of content with captions and stories and engagement, and she was working 5 hours per day. I want you guys to guess, how much do you think she made from this client? Ghosted, 0. Okay, keep the guesses coming. How much do you think she got paid for 5 hours of work per day? 70K, 30K, 20K, 10K, 52K, 0. Guys, she got paid 15K, right? Which is not bad, right? It's not that bad. But then the client decided to ask for a refund. And in the end, she ended up making 0 after 5+ hours of working every single day. And it's really sad. Now, who among you here would like to learn how to never get ghosted by a client ever again? All right. Okay, just a few people. Okay, sige, I'll make everybody else leave. All right, awesome. So the solution for this, and how you can stop getting ghosted by clients ever is to protect yourself. You need to put on your digital condom. Can you guys type digital condom in the chat below? Okay, what's a digital condom? The digital condom is the best thing for you, you know, because it will protect you from all harm. Okay, basically the digital condom is your protection against clients getting ghosting you. This is your protection against getting ghosted, right? And for you to wear your digital condom, you need to have the C word. Okay, the C word. It's not condom, the C word. You need to have contracts. And in my case, we had 3-month minimum contracts. And this allowed us to be protected and not get ghosted. Okay. And in our contracts, we stated specifically our requirements that we only start working after we've been paid. And if you can't do this, if you're still new and you have a client who wants to work with you and they want to see if you guys would be a good fit, what you can do is you can set a predetermined condition. Pwede kayong magkasundo ng client mo na where you say, hey, after 5 hours, I'm gonna bill you, okay? And then you make them understand that if they don't pay you after 2 or 5 hours, then you're not gonna continue with the work. Is this clear? Can you guys drop in the chat if it's clear? Drop a clear for me if this is clear. Okay, this doesn't mean that they have to pay in full. Okay, they don't have to pay the 3-month minimum in full. They can if they want to, but we lock clients in for 3 months so that we can have security. And again, you need to create a contract that states your non-negotiables. If you're able to do this, you can literally experience a windfall of clients paying you on autopilot every single month. Just like that. And trust me, guys, this is the real freedom that they've been talking about, because I literally was able to work with clients and delegate the work to freelancers who were better at the job than I was. And what do you need to have in your digital condom, aka your contracts? You need to have your non-negotiables. Now, what are your non-negotiables? I want you guys to tell me, what is the one thing that if a client does to you, you would not be happy at all? I want you guys to tell me your non-negotiables in the chat. Okay, we have late payment. What else? If someone is rude, extra tasks, what else? Unlimited revisions. I hate that too. It's like, no, thank you. Pirating. Okay, works outside of contract, no payment outside JD tasks. All right. Now, for me, these were our non-negotiables in our agency. Number 1, we need to have our payment on time. No pay, no work was basically our mantra. No pay, no work. Okay, and our clients knew that, and they paid on time every time. The second thing was we asked for payment upfront. And we tell them that we only work with clients who respect our time and our boundaries. And of course, this is optional, but this was something that allowed us to really secure our work with a client. We asked for 3 months minimum. And of course, we didn't allow refunds, and we asked them to communicate with us only in the proper channels. So these were our non-negotiables. Now, when you don't apply this, when you neglect this, when you say, later na yan, bala na, non-negotiables, whatever, you will literally end up the way, and I hope you don't, but this is what happened to one of my students who tolerated bad treatment from her client. I want you guys to imagine pooping. I want you guys to tell me what's the feeling when you poop. For me, pooping is almost better than sex. It's so good, right? It's like heaven on earth. I love pooping, right? I really love pooping. Now, I want you guys to imagine pooping and having someone yell at you nonstop, telling you you're an idiot, telling you, fuck you. That's what happened to one of my students because she didn't wear her digital condom. She didn't have proper boundaries. And the sad truth is, people will not treat you the way you deserve. People will treat you the way you let them. And I hope that this story serves as a precautionary tale for you to let your clients know about your boundaries from the get-go. Now, when you apply this, you can literally have amazing clients who pay on time. And by the way, thank God, IZ fired her client because she had so many other clients and she didn't need that asshole client who was yelling at her while she was pooping. When you apply this, you can have clients who are paying you month after month and who are respectful, clients that you like working with, clients who can be your friends, clients who respect you when it's babe time, when it's date night, when it's time for your family. And this was one of my students. She was able to generate 200K more or less in literally just one day. And by the way, guys, she was still in college. So imagine that. She was closing clients in school. Now, that's because an agency in a nutshell is really just three things. An agency is just sales, which you will do. You need to get clients. An agency is just delivering the work, which you will delegate to other freelancers. And you will need to keep that client as if you married them. And you will work with your freelancer to do that. When you're able to do that, literally, it doesn't matter if you're a newbie. It doesn't matter if right now you're a struggling freelancer. This is one of my students, Abby, and literally she started as a newbie. She didn't know anything about the freelancing world. Today, she's at 500K every month, and she's planning to build her own BPO. She's planning to build her own call center. You can also have moments like IZ, who was able to generate 6 figures in 2 days. And these people started with literally zero experience. And the funny thing was IZ actually had 100 pesos left in her wallet before she got her first client. Now, the reason, if you guys are wondering, why am I sharing this? It's gonna sound super corny, but I have my friend Libni to really thank for this. I actually didn't want to share all these things that I'm sharing with you, but she inspired me to share because, if she didn't come to me for help, if she flew to Canada and spent years of her children's lives without them, then this whole boot camp never would have happened. So this is why we do what we do, right? And in our students' own words, applying everything that they learned here allowed them to get on top of everyone in freelancing. It gave them confidence. It helped them have an abundance mindset, that confidence that there will always be more clients. It allowed them to get their very first 7 figures, and they were able to get their own team. Now, this is still Libni. She was able to move in a new house in less than a year. She was able to travel to Singapore, to Thailand, and Australia whenever she wanted. She had more time with her kids. She sent her kids to private school, and she finally had 8 hours of sleep, which was a miracle for her before. and she was able to have peace of mind and security. Now, for those of you who came here for the free information, I literally gave you everything that you needed to know in the past hour. Now, I want to know who among you here would like to get the step-by-step agency program that we put together for you guys. This is not for everyone. So if you are done, you're happy with the information that you got so far, it's fine. You can now leave the room. You can now leave this tab. But if you are somebody who wants to get to that next level, who wants to get the step-by-step guide that we laid out in our program for you, all right, we already have people. Thanks for letting me know. If you are ready to skyrocket to being a six-figure CEO this 2023, then I would like to privately invite you into the 2-hour CEO program. And inside the 2-hour CEO program, you get the six-figure online agency course where I walk you through everything that we talked about step by step by step, right? And you can watch this anytime, anywhere on a laptop or on your phone. And you can watch it at your own time. The next thing you get is a 30-day get to your first client calendar so that you can just apply everything and get your first client in 30 days, like the name says. So again, you get the six-figure online agency course, the 30-day get your first client calendar, and the Freelance Newbies six-figure kindergarten portfolio, which has allowed our students to close $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 clients. And you're also going to get the simple but profitable agency offers checklist so that you can just browse your checklist and boom, those offers are guaranteed to make you six figures per month in your agency. So you don't have to Google, you don't have to look on YouTube. Literally we hand you everything that you need to know about the offers that you can offer in our program. So you're going to get all these. You're also going to get the 2-hour CEO workday formula, because I really honestly believe that we should work to live and not live to work, okay? Because life is meant to be enjoyed. So I want you guys to get to six figures and still have a life, still have time for yourself, still have time for your kids, still have time for your family. And that's why you're going to be getting the 2-hour CEO workday formula, the simple but profitable agency offers checklist, freelancer newbie six-figure kindergarten portfolio, the 30-day get your first client calendar, the six-figure online agency course, and the keep your clients happily paying for months process, which has allowed me to turn a $1,000 client into a $12,000 client kasi nag-anniversary na kami, hindi na lang namalaya ng client namin, nagbabayad na siya sa amin for 1 year. And it's literally the best feeling. It helped my agency be secure because I only had to close a client once. And with this process, you only have to close a client once, and then they keep paying you on autopilot for the next few months. If you do your job well, if you keep them. Now, again, you're going to get all those six-figure online agency course, the 30-day get your first client calendar, the freelance newbies six-figure kindergarten portfolio, the simple but profitable agency offers checklist, 2-hour CEO workday formula, the keep your clients happily paying for months process, and of course, access to aspiring and thriving agency owners so that you don't feel like you're alone, okay? Now, I'm just going to tell you guys that for everything that you're seeing right now, people have paid $50,000 to $75,000 for this. But because I just honestly want to give this away to as many people as possible. And if I told myself from 2 years ago that I would be giving this away for this price, I would tell myself, bitch, you're crazy. Because today you don't have to pay 50K. You don't have to pay 30K or 25K like it was before. You don't even have to pay 10K for everything that you just learned. Right now, today, the 2-hour CEO program is yours for only $2,499. And I know it's super crazy. So if you are ready, literally, all you need to do is to go to 2hourceo.com/go. Okay. Now, I'm not just here to tell you to go there and let you go and do it yourself no matter what happens. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. We're putting our money where our mouth is here. And we're going to be giving you the most important thing, which is time. We understand that building a real business is not overnight, which is why we're giving you a 365-day world-class money back guarantee, where you can apply this for a whole year. And if you don't even get one client, you will get 100% of your money back. You just need to show my team and I that you have implemented everything, and you will get 100% of your money back, and you will even get to keep the program. So all you have to do is to go to 2hourceo.com/go, and everything can be yours. Now, of course, you're also going to get these amazing bonuses. The first one is the Million Peso Team Hiring Checklist. And I can tell you that literally, guys, if I did not have my team, I would not have made it to 5 million in a year. It would have been impossible, or it would have been possible, but I would be constantly working. I wouldn't have time for myself. I wouldn't have time for my mom. I wouldn't have time for my hobbies, right? And it's only because of my team that I was able to go on a 1-month vacation. And literally the only time I spent on my agency was 30 minutes to an hour a day. And I toured the Middle East with my mom because I had a Million Peso team. We were able to have so many vacations for the first time in 20 years because of the system that I'm sharing with you, because of my team. Now, the next thing you get is you're also going to get the copy-paste social media SOP. So you don't have to get another social media course, pay another 10K or 20K or 5K or whatever, because we're going to be giving you our copy-paste social media system that has allowed us to have clients. And these are literally the things that we applied for the clients that we had in our agency. Now, of course, you're going to get bonus number 1, which is the Million Peso Team Hiring Checklist, the copy-paste social media agency, along with the 6-figure online agency course, the 30-day get your first client calendar, the Freelance Newbie 6-figure kindergarten portfolio, the simple but profitable agency offers checklist, the 2-hour CEO workday formula, the keep your clients happily paying for months process, access to aspiring and thriving agency owners. And you're also going to get client closing strategies. So I don't care if you're a newbie, I don't care if you're a struggling freelancer, I don't care if you don't have sales experience. All you need to do is follow these strategies, and I guarantee you it's only a matter of time before you get your first client. So you're going to get that, and you're also going to get the triple your outreach, where to find hungry clients right now, delivered to you on a silver platter, so that you can up your chances of closing clients in such a short period of time. So again, you're going to get the 6-figure online agency course, the 30-day get your first client calendar, Freelance Newbie's 6-figure kindergarten portfolio, the simple but profitable agency office checklist, 2-hour CEO workday formula to keep your clients happily paying for months process, access to aspiring and thriving agency owners, the Million Peso Team Hiring Checklist, copy-paste social media SOP, client closing strategies, triple your outreach or where to find hungry clients now, and the inner world hacks that get people from broke to billionaires. Now, I shit you not, this is literally what has allowed an 18-year-old to go to her first million in 1 year. This is what allowed one of our students who's still in college to now, after 2 years, generate 3 million in pesos in revenue, send her mom to Canada so that her mom can study there, all while supporting 2 more cousins and sending them to school. So literally, this is the shortcut. I shit you not. All you need to do is go to 2hourceo.com/go to get everything that you're seeing, including, I will be wrapping in a moment, the 6-figure online agency course, the 30-day get your first client calendar, the Freelance Newbie's 6-figure kindergarten portfolio, the 2-hour CEO workday formula, simple but profitable agency offers checklist to keep your clients happily paying for months process, access to aspiring and thriving agency owners, the Million Peso Team Hiring Checklist, the copy-paste social media SOP, client closing strategies, triple your outreach, or where to find hungry clients now. And last but not least, to triple the inner world hacks, or the thing that gets people from broke to billionaires. So again, you're not paying 50K for this. You're paying only 2,499. That's not a typo. And all you need to do is go to 2hourceo.com/go. Yes, all of this for 2,499 pesos only. I know I'm gonna go crazy right now. It's cuckoo, right? So again, for those of you who have stayed, thank you so much for spending time with me. I'm gonna be giving you guys a chance to win something very special. So screenshot this slide. We already have 2,000 members in our community actually, and I'm so happy. All you need to do is go to 2hourceo.com/group. Okay. So now it's time for our Q&A. Again, guys, that's 2hourceo.com/go. And before we hop onto our Q&A, let me just show you how that looks like. So this is the site. That's 2hourceo.com/go. So I'm going to be answering questions in a bit. Give me a sec. Okay. So this is what it looks like. You see my face there. And all you need to do, okay, I don't know why it's paused. Okay, can you guys see my screen? No, you cannot see my screen. Okay. How about now? Can you guys see my screen? It says it's loading. It's loading. Okay. Is it good now? Can you guys see my screen? Perfect. Okay. So all you need to do is you can literally read this all the way here. But if you're ready right now, just click get access here, and put in your full name. So whatever your full name is, your email, your phone number. Now, don't text that phone number on the screen. That's my Lola's. Yes, I'm ready to be a 2-hour CEO. And then it will lead you to this page where you can choose your payment method and send your one-time payment of 2,499. Okay. And the best thing is your membership will be delivered straight to your email after your payment. So all you need to do is select GCash or BPI or whatever. So let's say GCash. And then you will be directed to this form. And this is where you just fill out again. Start with your first name. Okay, actually I have a pre-filled out thing here. All right, so, and then once you're done with this, just go to continue. So this is what you see. And then you're going to be directed to the GCash portal. Now, once you're in the GCash portal, you can see more payment options here, but just click GCash. And then you will be directed to the GCash login. So let's do that right now. Let's pay using GCash. I'm going to use my GCash. Just click next. And then enter the 6-digit OTP or one-time PIN. So 1, click next. Your MPIN, click next. Okay, and then their cat is gonna be there. And all you need to do is click pay 2,499. And then you can also pay in GGives, which is like a GCash loan, I think. And then don't do anything, okay? Because this is redirecting you to the main merchant. And now you can literally just wait, because again, it's redirecting you. And then you get redirected to another page where you will get the chance to get our templates and everything. All the details are here. Now, let's say you get it, whether you get it or not, it's up to you. But your membership is already in your email. So you get it instantly right after you pay. Okay, so as you can see, everything is here. Which email did I use? I think I used this one. Okay. Let's just wait for the loading time. So it's in your email and you will be receiving a message from our support team. Okay. And if Gmail can just load a little faster, I would seriously appreciate that. All right, there you go. So as you can see, order confirmation and your login details are here. So literally all your instructions to access the program, to get everything that we just talked about is right there. So if that's clear, can you guys please type clear in the chat so I know I did a good job, a decent job at explaining things to you. And now we're going to be hopping onto Q&A. So if you guys can just drop your questions, and Jer, please send me the questions in case I missed them. Okay. Yes, we have contracts, but honestly, you don't really need to complicate it. You can just Google templates. You can just Google templates for contracts. Okay. Next question. What else do we have? Yes, so these programs as of the moment are available to you for lifetime access. Okay, yes, all of this for $2,499. Is there a deadline for this offer? Actually, the truth is we don't know until when we're going to be offering this for at this price, because like I've shown you guys, a lot of people have paid for this for 50K, and I just really want to get it out to as many people so we can have more success stories this 2023. Where can we find clients the most? Again, I already showed that in the bootcamp. You can find them on Upwork, Facebook groups, How do we prevent clients directly reaching out to owners of portfolios we're featuring? Simple. Just don't feature the person. Just don't feature the freelancer who owns the outputs. Next question. Do we get a support system from your team? That's a good question. So the 2-hour CEO program is a self-paced program. So there is no coaching, there's no one-on-one, there's no live classes. This is something that you can study on your own and apply on your own. Outline for the agency course. I don't know what that means. Next. Okay, guys, just drop your questions. I'm going to be answering them. But for now, let's answer the most commonly asked questions. Can an aspiring freelancer or a newbie with zero experience really do this? Yes, literally like 95% of the success stories I've shown you are from people who had zero experience. Okay, next question. How can I become a CEO with no experience? Simple. How can you become an achiever in school? How can you become a dean's lister in college with no experience? Did you just leverage the smartest people around you? Is that clear, guys? I still get people asking me how to do this. It's like, you use the smart people. You hire your valedictorian. You leverage the best freelancers' work. Make sure they say yes. You offer them good pay, regular clients, and then boom, that's how you can become a CEO with no experience. Can I do this even if I have a job or current clients or I'm in school? Yes. Okay. Libni was actually employed full-time with her client when she did this. And then we also have students who were still in school and they were able to cross their first million, mind you, while they were still studying in school. What equipment is needed to start? You need to have at least a laptop for this or a PC. Now, I'm going to tell you that I generated my first 500K with my sister's laptop. I actually didn't have my own laptop back then. I had to borrow a really shitty 5-year-old Asus laptop. Alam mo hindi umaandar pag hindi nyo china-charge? That was my laptop, or not my borrowed laptop that got me to 500K. And that I did that in 6 months. So if you're willing to be resourceful, then there is no reason why you couldn't start with what you already have. Are there live classes? No, there are no live classes. Although if you are in the community, we go live there, I think on Thursdays, and you can say hi. How much capital do I need to start? So for this one, you can actually get clients for free, like I've shown you a few minutes back, I think an hour back. And I got my first client without spending a dime, honestly. So here you can just reach out to clients on Facebook groups or on Upwork, but you can also have clients you can pay for Upwork Connects. So that's probably around 5 to 10K if you want to go the paid route. But the thing is, you don't have to go the paid route because there are free ways. There are free ways to get clients. Okay, just drill that in your head. There are free ways to get clients. Okay. Now, what are the steps again? Very simple. Just create an expert portfolio by featuring other freelancers' work. Make sure they say yes. Second thing is, no, actually the first thing is to look for really good freelancers. Okay. Look for freelancers who are amazing at the service that you want to offer. And then make sure that you have their permission. They say yes to featuring their work in your portfolio. Then once you have your portfolio, all you need to do is just reach out to clients online. And then boom, that's all you need to do. Okay. What else do we have here? Are those the only questions? Okay, we have more, I think. Is it a complete roadmap on how to start my own agency? Yes, yes, yes. Literally everything from your mindset to creating your portfolio, to looking for the freelancers, to the sales script, to managing your clients, to time management, everything is there. I'm in Upwork in 2 weeks, no clients. Right. Before I actually discovered the system, it took me like 8 months to get it took me 8 months of reaching out to thousands of potential clients, and I literally was not able to close a single client. So that 8 months, 0 clients before I discovered this system. There's a sample portfolio, or is that a freelance portfolio, or is it an agency sample portfolio? What? So basically what you're going to be doing, what you're going to be creating is your agency portfolio, just so we're clear. Can I leave now so I can already cash into Gcash and pay? Yes. Yes, you can. Okay, guys. Did I miss anything else? Okay. What time are we gonna start for the next step, boss? Literally, guys, what are you still doing here? Go away. Go to 2hourceo.com/go. Oh, by the way, do you guys want to see a preview of the program? I can give you a little tour, but if you don't want the tour, we can also go now and, live our lives. Okay. Guys, if akala nyo lasing ako, it's because, I don't know, na-hype lang ako. Mainit kasi yung aircon, naka 26. So, kaya, yung pinapawisan ako kanina pa, kaya nabubulol ako. Alam niyo, yung kilikili ko andito, nag-overheat na. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a tour of the program. Okay. There you go, there you go. Can you guys see my screen? Honestly, guys, naiihi na ako, pero papakita ko muna sa inyo. I-tour ko muna kayo. All right. Can you guys see this? Yan. So, forgive the bad bangs. Ang pangit ng bangs ko dyan, pero I promise you, super jam-packed yung course. So, as you can see in chapter 1, we really help you, help you get set up for success. right? And here you have a lot of videos that will help you with your mindset, help you about really getting the step by step by step by step. So as you can see here, you even have your 30-day get your first client calendar, and everything that you need to do from day 1 to day 2 to day 3 to day 4 all the way to day 30 to get your first client is right here. And when you apply this, I promise you, it's a miracle if you don't get a $500 or $1,000 client. It's a miracle. That is super fail proof. Trust me. I don't care if hindi ka magaling mag-English. You can do it. Like our students have done it, and they're not super fluent in English. The next thing is we help you build your profile. We help you build your offer. We help you pick which one dito sa checklist na to, yung offer mo. There you go. And then we also help you create your Upwork profile. We help you get your freelancers. We help you create your brand. So there you go. Da-da-da-da-da. Dal-dal ng sinasabi ko. Ano daw? So we help you create your brand as well. So if you're not that techy, if you're not super creative, easy. Literally, it's like the steps are here. I walk you through step by step as if you're my baby. So how to create your logo. And then we also have action steps for you so that you can share and get clear on the types of clients you want and the types of clients that you want to avoid. And then we help you get your first client. So as you can see, this is where the real money is made. So here are the tips. There you go. Okay, and this is, there you go. Da-da-da-da-da. Cover letter. And then sales calls, because the money is in sales. So again, if you are not an expert salesperson, if you are not experienced in sales, is no problem. Everything you need is right here. So as you can see, here are the strategies that we just talked about. Your sales call prep sheet is here. The mindset that you need to close a client is here. There you go. So the next thing you do here is you then have the step to implement so that you can get your first client as soon as possible. Okay. And we give you your plan. We also teach you how to keep your clients happy so they can keep paying you for months and months and months. And then we help you really ingrain the mindset, the identity, the energy of a six-figure agency owner. And we give you so many more bonuses. Secret na tong mga bonus dito, ha? And of course, we have more bonuses right here that I haven't discussed kasi wala nang time. So that is what's inside the 2-hour CEO program. What other questions do we have? All right. So guys, I really enjoyed this time with you. If there are no more questions, then for those of you who are already inside, I'm so happy. I'm so excited to hear about your wins. Make sure you share them in our community. We want to celebrate you. Thank you for sharing your precious time with me on this bootcamp, and I will see you inside our community. There you go. Bye, guys. Mama, 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 mama.